Just when you thought it was over, I'm going back to school. All right, just for today, Donal is doing kind of like an extra class, talking to us about publishing and just anything we have questions with, kind of like just a follow-up to the semester. But then I will have a room to go to every Monday if I do want to meet up with other people and like go over our writing and that kind of thing. So that'll be fun. So school is never really over.
The dark clouds push my head down, I fade away. Talk down all my aspirations, trying to find my bait. Love yourself and find your soulmate. The elders say that made, but still my will to build a new day fills a world away. Crave daily nightlife, me crazy might like body type, but not quite. 2020 hindsight, blinded by the lust, going for bust, might trust, might hide up in the spotlight. Eyes closed, daylight.
But yeah, that was the end of the class. Just gave us a lot of cool publishing advice. It's especially different since I'm an American living in Ireland, kind of like, where should I go? And the answer is pretty much anywhere that speaks English. Just like try it, just see if they like your book. But yeah. So next Monday, a few of the people that are still around the area will be meeting and just going over progress on their thesis. So that will probably give me enough pressure to actually get stuff done, and we'll see how it goes. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Jordan Cooks Stuff, but not really well, but like we kind of feel sorry for her, so we watch it anyway. And I mean, it's okay in the end. We need to find a new title. Anywho, today's episode is sweet and sour noodles and some tofu and maybe some spinach to make it healthy, and also try to use as many pans as possible. Let's get started. Step 1, after you inevitably fail to open the noodles using the tab provided, use the scissors. It's easier. Step 2, boil the water. Now, again, I've said this is generally for tea, but I am using it this time to boil the water for the noodles. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's not its intended purpose. Even if you don't like tofu, this recipe is totally for you because we're crushing it. We are crushing the life out of that tofu. So really, it's nice therapy, if anything else. Now it probably should be pressed a little bit longer. I noticed that it's still maybe not as dry as it could be, but I'm super impatient and also super hungry. So here we go. Okay, now this next part is actually super sciencey. It's all about the conservation of heat. So we are going to stick all the noodles in. There we go, just took them a little bit to be able to shrink down into the pan. All right, and shove the lid on that. Now we're gonna take it off the heat, and it's gonna sit like that for about 10 minutes. I will stir it a little bit, but I don't want it to lose the heat that's in there. Now, I love tofu as much as the next person. Probably more than the next person, seeing as how there's a lot of hatred. But but it's boring. It's look at it. It's just it. So yeah. Oh goodness. Most people have a coffee break. I have a coughing break. The show must go on. It is so boring. Like it will take on the flavor of like whatever you have with it. So that's why it's perfect for a dish like sweet, like putting sweet and sour with it, because it really won't taste like much. But for a lot of people, it's the consistency. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take our little cubes here. We are going to cover them in cornstarch and fry them up just a little bit. Just give them, just kind of give them like a harder outer shell, so it just doesn't feel. So the reason I tried to press it earlier to get the moisture out was I think that like the drier it is, the easier to like fry, like to get that outer shell. I think. I don't know, I'm not an expert. Why are you watching this? Now it's time for our next segment. Help, I'm cooking with oil and I'm afraid. Now I tend to like to get like a longer necked spatula, but this is what I had in the drawer, so yay. Oh God. Whoa, 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 check this out. It's almost working. Oh my God. Am I the next top chef? What? Oh God, the oil. Maybe not. Okay, now our job as chefs is to be as controlling as possible about these noodles. So I'm gonna run some cold water over them so they don't get too cooked. It's really a Goldilocks situation. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. All right, they are starting to get a little brown, which is good because I'm starting to get a little impatient. Looks like I have a little too much cornstarch left over. Dang, I shouldn't have put in that extra teaspoon. All right, well, a teaspoon for those interested. It's in between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. It's in its adolescence. And it doesn't need you. God, shut up, Dad. So yeah, just thought I'd clear that up. All right, looks like it's just about time to combine the ingredients. And we gotta get a whole bunch of spinach in there. Just like a month's worth maybe. You know, just so I don't have to have vegetables for a while. This is my benchmark. Yeah. Looks good. It cooks down though, so. Yep. It's green, which means it's good for you. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Jordan Cooks Stuff, but doesn't really know what she's doing, but somehow it still turns out, and she has a lot of dishes to do. Let me know if you tried it out yourself. I didn't give any like measuring instructions because I don't do that, so I have no idea. But yeah, just eyeball it. Totally fine. That actually, oh my God, that's how I live my life. It all makes sense now. I kind of just make it up as I go along. I think I'm having like a cooking existential crisis. I did not know that was a thing. Anyway, see you soon. It's kind of nice to wake up to the morning light filtering through the trees. I mean, that's not what this is. I have not been to sleep yet. Yeah, it took me all of, 2-3 days to revert to my unhealthy vampiric ways. I should probably stop that.
We're at the cinema and we're about to see Deadpool 2. We would have been here an hour earlier, but I messed up and misread a text. So I know, I'm a bad person.
Better late than never.
That's true.
Wouldn't it be great if our brains could update like that? I know I could definitely do with a few upgrades to my operating system. Well, with it being the morning again, and sleeping, what's that? I need to download some sleeping firmware and install it to my operating system. That's how that works, right? Totally. I'm not just throwing around computer words because I'm very, very tired. Hi, and welcome to Adventures in Baking. What? You expected a longer title? Come on, I'm not that predictable. Am I? Am I that predictable? Yeah. Anyway, today we're gonna make something with chocolate in it. Cause why not? I've got a cupcake pan over there. I've got a lot of weird assorted dairy-free ingredients, so let's get started. I've got the sugar and the butter. Gonna add these brown boys. Make sure that the shell is not a part of it. See, this time I'm actually trying to follow directions because I don't want my housemate to die. I care. Isn't that nice? This right here This is equality. We've got white and brown mixing together in harmony. It's just so beautiful to look at. This kitchen really was not made to have these cinematic shots. Oh, those shadows though. I think I might need to go pro. Maybe call Rachel Ray's people, figure out what their lighting setup is like. Yeah, I could really turn this into something. Okay, so like the cinnamon challenge, except for it's when you accidentally inhale cocoa dust as you're mixing cupcakes. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's chocolatey. Dang, this mixer has seen some shit. I'm sorry, mixer. So I am actually following a recipe today. I will link it down below if I remember, but it's basically just a basic chocolate cupcake recipe. I did look up the American version because I'm not really good at translating measurements, so I need my cups. But yeah, then I just instead of like typical butter, I will just do like butter without milk in it, like vegetable oil based. And then like quote unquote fake milk, almond milk. For the record though, I do not have a problem with milk. Milk has a problem with me. You take that up with them. We are not talking right now. They know what they did. Look at those cute little pink polka dotted cupcake papers. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know it's May. Don't worry about it. All right, I've got to record the finished product before Marianne and I get to them. We've got chocolate cupcakes and vanilla cream cheese frosting. I've outdone myself.
I look so good right now.
I know, oh my god, you look amazing. So before we start this movie night, we have to talk about Deadpool 2 that we just went and saw.
Amazing.
Like, so good. So good. So many references.
So, I was just spent the whole time laughing.
Yes. Crying.
Yeah.
There was crying.
Yeah. And there was like, what have you done? Yeah.
Which it totally acknowledges.
Yeah.
I love how the movie, so it starts really sad, and the movie acknowledges the sadness and is like, we did that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so definitely go see this.
And then that moment, I won't spoil it, but that moment when like we both realised the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
I looked over and we're like, oh my god.
It's a little cameo, that's all I'm going to say. It's just
Yeah. It's fine. Watch it. Right now.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Even better than the first one.
I swear to ride you like a star born. Hit the sunspot deep in my carbon. With photon radiation to my heart storm. Love like you never heard before. Leave the light on. Sitting in positions like yoga moving through solar system.
God damn it. Is that the sun? I swear, I tried to go to sleep and everything. Just, stuff got in the way. At least this time I was editing my CV and working on an article instead of, playing The Sims. So, procrastinating sleep. Like I procrastinate everything else in my life. There's a certain amount of symmetry to it, and that's satisfying, right? Well, anyway, good night. Or, good morning. It's all a matter of perspective. I swear their philosophy is, why love both when you can love neither? Ugh. So this thing with the 8th Amendment is the abortion referendum. So you could either vote yes or no, and people vote yes are in favor of repealing the current ruling and making it more inclusive and more compassionate for people in very difficult situations. And people that vote no are like, no, let's just leave it as is. It's not like our country isn't destroying people's lives. It's fine. But I can't vote anyway. I think you might know what I would vote from that description, but since I'm an American, doesn't matter. So even if these people did knock on my door, they probably wouldn't stay long because it's no use trying to convince me of anything. But they do use some pretty awful tactics to convince other people, so. Yeah, at least the vote will be next week, so then this whole thing will be over, but hopefully it'll be for the better and not for the same. So it looks like I chose the stormiest day to leave the house, but it had to be done. There were comics to be had. So I'm going to the Limerick Comic Mart, which I think is basically like a swap meet, but like just for comic books. I'll take it. There's no comic stores around here, so here we go. But I actually should be back home cleaning the house because Grandma and my Aunt Jen are going to be here tomorrow. It's good to know that my priorities are still not in order. Will I ever learn? Here we go.
You too sexy for your halo, but you can rock an action ray belt, sun kiss.
So I also have to go to the library to return a library book that may or may not be overdue. Same tune, different day, right? At least I'm consistent. Okay, but as much as I make fun of the library for being low-tech, returning books, it turns out, is one of the one things that's actually like more high-tech than I'm used to. Because you have to like slide it slowly into this like conveyor belt type thing, and then it scans it and returns it like as you're watching, and then I did it! It's done now! Whew. Just finished at the Comic Mart. It was kind of what I expected. There were just 3 main booths, I suppose. But I bought way too much. I'm sorry, Mom. Started collecting a couple of series that I probably will never finish because there just aren't that many good comic places around here. But met some awesome people. Also learned about Omnicon, or Omnicon. Anyway, it's for everyone. It's for all the nerds. And links down below to that. It's at the end of August, right here. Yeah, really nice. Now I've got to get back home, you know, for the aforementioned cleaning and such, because I actually have things to do. wonder the Save the Eighth people didn't stop at my house. It kind of looks deserted. Do we live here? Who knows? I do kind of see where they're coming from, though. I mean, personally, I want to protect my baby at all costs. Do comic books not count? Sorry, that's the only baby I'm planning on having. All right, finally back home again. Time to get cleaning and editing. That's all for this week. Slightly more eventful, but still dying, so we'll see how that goes. Mystery link up there, vlogs down there, and I'll see you next week when my family's here. I'm excited. And afraid.